Hello guys, si Kersan Veloso ulit ito at welcome sa episode 2 ng laro tayo ng Desktop Dungeons Enhanced Edition. Okay, tingnan natin yung game natin, pero teka, meron tayo na dito, notification na yung bagong game, remake nitong game na to. Actually, same game, kaya lang in-improve nila ng konting graphics, kaya lang, wala, naka-wishlist na sa akin yan, bibiling ko na lang pagka naka-sale. So far, mahal pa lang presyo na eh. 500 pa lang eh. 500 plus pesos eh. So, ito muna. Okay. Continue natin yung current game natin. Okay. So, kailangan mo na. Tutorial area. Gold, wala pa. So, ito na. Tutorial too easy. A fresh adventure inside a fresh new dungeon. Here's hoping that this brave explorer is more fortunate than the last one. Let's get straight to business by attacking the warlock. So, magical attack. Not too shabby, but it would be great to improve your odds against these foes. Somehow, try searching the dungeon for power-ups. Games like this always have them. Warning. Attack power-ups ahead. This only in cases of extreme emergency and or damage dissatisfaction. Additional na. When you walk over an attack power-up, it permanently increases your damage by 10%. If you're lucky enough to find one, grab it as soon as possible. So, 6-9 damage natin. Warlock na naman. One shot lang siya, oh. You become decidedly more effective in combat. Note how it only took you a single strike to fell that opponent as opposed to 2 previously. Standard adventure constitution boosters for heroes who want to be more constituent. Additional hit points, plus 1, plus 2. Health power-ups operate in the same way that attack power-ups do, but increase your maximum health instead of your damage. Not that they won't actually heal you, so don't just leave them lying around. Physical resist 50. Wala naman tayong spell. If you haven't done so already, take a look at the combat information panels on the right side of the screen. They offer a lot of valuable information, including enemy stats and combat strike predictions. You'll end up looking here a lot once you become more familiar with the game systems. Ganyan, no? Half HP na tayo pero this twin na. Arcane amplifiers useful for spellcasting and alliterative endeavors. So, yun, mana improvement. Okay, 1. Mana power-ups increase your maximum mana by 1. This is particularly valuable because mana doesn't increase with character level. We'll cover spellcasting and mana use a little later. Oh, for the love Torog, another goat. Now this is rubbish. You need to find another way out of the dungeon. Ignore the goat and follow the side passage. Now this is more like it. You've discovered the dungeon exit. Retiring early isn't the most glorious way to end a session, but sometimes it's your only choice unless you can be impaled by killer goat as a viable option. Type it mo yun. Okay. Exit na. Click here when you're ready to leave. Beware, getting cut off from an exit will force you to surrender to the current dungeon run. Retire. Tutorial complete. Congratulations on your dungeon survival. I was also involved in that dreadful caravan attack, but managed to avoid harm by hiding in my obscure documents closet. Your experiences have made one thing clear to the rest of the survivors. If there is to be any hope for us, we need to band together in a base of operations. We need a kingdom. To make this anything more than a lowly adventuring bound stream. To make this anything more than a lowly adventuring band stream, you'll need to secure funds for development. Your survival and experience have inspired hope in the members of this camp, and they voted to put you in charge. It's time to gather the rabble and do some dungeons. Okay. As our newly elected kingdom administrator, I think you could do with a little help from a professional advice monger such as myself. Why don't I help you along with this whole securing our immediate future thing? Are you ready to send someone on their next adventure? Just select a dungeon and we'll go to filling out your hero's permit form. Tutorial 3 easy. Okay, just confirm your selection here. It's a legal requirement. It's a legal requirement of our selection confirmation committee. Okay, This dungeon will introduce you to spellcasting and glyph conversions. Set random boss. Kingdom Gold wala. Choose a class. Choose a race. Now let's go about recruiting your next dungeon hero. You'll need to select two things, race and class. For now, just use the human because, well, nobody else is around yet. Okay, human. Get a 10% attack bonus for every 100 conversion points. Tapos, choose a class. A wise and excellent non-decision. Mighty administrator. Now select the guard. Guard, a special abilities. Your new hero has been bureaucratically cleared. Have them sally forth by hitting the play button. Okay, so at least may tutorial yung umpisa wala eh. Welcome, hero, to the legendary dungeons of hidden treasures. While exploring, why not help yourself to a complimentary glyph of fiery doom? Burn their ass. Congratulations, you've just found your first spell glyph. These ancient and potent artifacts allow you to channel your magical essence into a variety of tasks. In this case, clicking on things and making them go boom. Click on the pickup button that's appeared in the side panel, and the glyph will move to your inventory. You may also press spacebar on your keyboard, or double click on the item in the dungeon view. Fire spell ulit. It's time to put your newly discovered magic skills to the test. Click on the spell glyph in your inventory, then click on your target. Not only does it make a satisfying explosion, but casting spells won't let enemies retaliate. Okay, time. Birthday Raz. Burn your enemies for 4 points of magical damage per character level, slowing their regeneration handling 1 or damage. Hit punch niya sakto 4. If you need quick mouse access to different attacks, such as the ever-reliable fireball, click on a foe and drag your cursor to another block. This brings up a quick menu of your available fighting options. It works on the player and other dungeon elements if you have the appropriate equipment. Ayun ang ano. If you're running out of mana, explore the dungeon to regenerate. This works similarly to health regeneration. Okay, fine. Passage not open standard for 4. Please do not enter, particularly if you're the type who would readily steal lots and lots of gold. By the way, if you're wondering where your inventory screen has disappeared to, by clicking on the tabs beneath the sign panel to bring up back, or just press tab on your keyboard. Level up, your spell damage will increase. It usually won't hit as hard as a regular attack, but the fact that enemies can't hit you back is a major plus. Nice. Tapusin lang natin tong dungeon na to guys, tapos end natin para mixi lang. Mixi recordings lang to. Passage. Explore a little more of the dungeon. Okay, go. Treasures. Oh, it sounds like the treasure room was a trap. You hear something big and heavy sliding into place from the dungeon above. Kawaii. Tinako natin. Wala. Kala ko minako tayo lang. Crap. This creature is blocking your exit and seems to be immune to magic. Your spell glyph won't be of much use here, so why not convert it? Conversion is a neat way to recycle any unwanted inventory items. Click and hold your mouse button over the glyph, then drag it to the conversion box in the bottom right corner of the inventory panel. Okay, fine. Ano siya talagang magic? Great stuff! Doing these two items fills up your conversion bar. If the item has enough conversion value, the bar resets and your character gains an extra stat. In this case, converting should have given you enough extra attack power to deal with the golem. Defeat it and leave the dungeon with your hard-won cash. So, 11 damage na. Nice. Lang natin to guys, tapos tapusin natin yung episode. Okay, exit na. Tutorial complete. Excellent direction of our efforts, Board Administrator. The bounty from that dungeon can now be put to good use. If your fledgling kingdom is to survive beyond its first few weeks, it will need a reliable and well-trained force of heroes to keep the terrors of this land at bay. Your new position gives you responsibility over our collected funds and efforts. This represents the resources we've managed to scrunch together so far. Your current task is ensuring our survival, so I recommend investing our limited funds in training and aiming and arming some real defenders. Click on the outpost over here. Wag na muna guys, so 15 minutes na to, so end na muna natin yung recording for now. So, paano ba siya i-end? Okay. Paano ba? Ayan. So, for now, dito lang muna. So, Kershan Velosa signing off guys. Tuloy na lang ulit natin ito next episode.